Now, just last week I was on one of the WhatsApp groups with my best mate, and I noticed that he had put his profile picture with him with an impala he had shot, him kneeling next to the impala bull. And so I said something in the group, and then, you know, well, there's only 3 of us, so it was 2 against 1. Hey, look, we're all different, eh? I don't expect everybody. Anyway, so we started having a go at him, and I was testing the water to see at what stage is he at. You know, is he at the ego stage where he's out to prove a point as a hunter or as a man, or is he swollen and full of pride? He won't admit that is wrong. Look, who died and made me God, eh? I'm just a nobody. So yeah, I was testing the water to see what stage is he at. But he basically told us to F off. And it's all good, you know what I mean? We're all different. But I'd like to think that the little liners that I gave have planted a seed. Maybe you will change. Now, you know what happened when I changed? The world didn't change. Millions more were born and started killing. So that one that was lost was replaced by millions. Sometimes I wonder how the animals and nature is surviving against us. I really, really wonder. Anyway, this channel is starting to get a little bit sad. So what have we got? A couple of dead snakes. I watched the dog getting killed next door by the neighbor's dog. What else? A dead bird that drowned in our pond. And what else? Now a cat. Alright.
There's something going on. I have to get drunk these days, yeah. My goodness.
Where's launch?
Launch, no.
No liftoff.
No, not yet. We're not ready for that. We want to run everything first. You see, I want to run this transmission. This is a transmission.
Right.
Right? I'm trying to run the engine, transmission, and that by itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then thereafter, reassemble it like the way it was assembled now. And run everything, run the tail rotor now, put all the drives, everything, run the tail rotor, see everything, how it's running.
Yeah.
You know, step by step. Then thereafter, when all is it's okay now, everything's running, it's starting properly, and it's running nicely, and then I put the brakes on. No, there's other controls. Put the controls on and run it with the controls and see if the controls are actually working the way they're supposed to work, as designed. And then we put the brakes on. And then I will run the brakes, not to take off.
But how long are the blades?
I'll bring one for you and show you. Let's first have the property. Very long.
This is exciting. Why didn't you start this project before, so that by the time I leave?
My friend, this project has been since 1990. I designed this helicopter during 96.
96.
In 2002. But in 2002, during the farm invasions,
Yes.
the money was becoming valueless. I was spending trillions of dollars. Trillions literally on this helicopter. Like a machine, everything then.
Yeah.
You take one?
A little bit, please, thanks.
No. I don't know what I'm doing. Two you don't. Yeah. That's your cup. You can put your sugar for yourself.
Thank you.
There's a teaspoon. And
I'll finish all your sugar, Mr.
No. Just do not worry. Just help yourself. Just help yourself.
3 will do for now.
No, it's okay.
Make it 4.
Don't worry.
Yes.
Don't worry. I'm telling you the truth. The cost really. I don't know. In US dollars, I reckon this project has cost me over 20,000 US.
Wow.
Yeah.
But what made you want to do a helicopter?
I just want to see.
Your creative. Once you got an idea, it bugs you, isn't it?
Yeah,
it does.
But now let me tell you something. It wasn't that simple. Listen on and I'll explain to you. This helicopter, my friend, I don't call this a helicopter. I call it a test rig.
Test rig.
A test rig.
Okay.
A heli test rig. That's to test the systems of a helicopter. Do you know, before I even did it, you know, if you see the amount of calculation for this helicopter, if I put it in, the books and books. It's just not just putting together that.
Books and books.
The calculations. They can be intense.
So there's a book on how to make a helicopter?
No, there isn't. There's no book how to make a helicopter.
Right.
There's no book. I had to study aerodynamics at the National Field Library. I can show you all my cards from aerodynamics, gas dynamics, thermal fluids, aeronautical engineering.
Wow.
Applied mechanics, mathematics, advanced engineering mathematics. To make this thing. Because the calculations, my friend. Because, for instance, you know, a helicopter is one of the most. If I showed you some flight magazines here, some books on aircraft, the helicopter, amongst all flying aircraft, it's it's called a rotary aircraft. There's 2 of them. They are unrelated. There's a gyroplane and there's a helicopter. The gyroplane is identical to the helicopter but different. The way it operates differently. Yet they're identical. When you look at them, you can think it's a helicopter. It's not a helicopter. It's a gyroplane. You've got to be careful.
All right.
Of all flying aircraft, helicopter in complexity is compared to the Harrier jump jet and the shuttle.
Wow.
We take them for granted because we see them flying above.
Yeah.
Those have been rigorously tested before. When they make it, they manufacture them. Each one is rigorously tested before it's delivered to the owner.
Customer,
to the customer. Rigorously. and then it's certified that it's safe, because something can go wrong and can get killed in a helicopter.
So you can imagine those Apache ones, those military ones. Those.
Now I'll tell you about the Apache one. I'll tell you a story about the Apache, and I can show it to you in black and white. I've written an accident report during its development stages.
Zimbabwe doesn't have one, no?
No. They're too expensive, those things. They run into millions of dollars. That the Apache, you look about 25 to 30 million a piece. Just basic.
Plus the pilot, plus training, plus...
With no avionics, no guns, nothing. Just a basic thing. Just basic. About 30, even more than that, I reckon. More than that. An Apache. It will cost you, I think it will offset you maybe about 30 million each piece. Let me tell you a story about the Apache. It's made by McDonnell Douglas. Now, they were testing this Apache in the Nevada desert in America. The first flight ever. And the company had a Skorsky helicopter.
What's a Skorsky?
They had a C-130 propelled, those C-130 Hercules aircraft.
Yes.
With all engineers there, with cameras on that Apache. And on the Skorsky Black Hawk, also had cameras, what, filming this Apache. Flying sideways, they were flying sideways. I must get you that report to read it for yourself. Flying sideways. The Skorsky was there, and the C-130 was this side here, on the starboard side. Starboard means on the right-hand side of the helicopter. On the port side, there is a Skorsky flying there, and here was this thing flying. Right? Okay. Right.
So which was the?
This is the Apache.
Right.
Right. They were flying along. Okay. And the engineers are monitoring it, because systems they, relaying information to it and so on and so on. You know what I mean? In a split second, it was flying at least about almost half a kilometer up, 500 feet. The two pilots, the back one is a pilot, the front one is a gunner.
Right.
They're both pilots, test pilots. These two young men were flying along. And in a split second, it broke up into thousands of pieces. Yes, broke up. The pilots landed behind each other as though they were in the helicopter, dazed.
Just sitting.
And the helicopter was scattered all over the shore.
Wow. What happened?
They were dazed. Lucky the Skorsky was there, and he landed and picked them up. And they were flown back to base and immediately to hospital for examination. And lucky they didn't break a bone.
Wow.
A miraculous escape from such an incident. They were not killed. They just landed in the sand.
Up is still high.
And the C-130 flew off and went back.
Yeah.
It took the engineers to slow down the films to see exactly what was the cause.
Oh, because they were filming, isn't it?
They were filming.
From all angles.
From all angles. And guess what? One of the shocks gave way.
One of them?
The shocks on the fully rotor head.
Right.
There's little shocks. One gave way.
So those cameras were able to zoom in.
Yes, they picked up all those pieces. They landed there. Other choppers came from the company and they retrieved every single and rebuilt it
to see
exactly what it caused.
This was when they were still designing the Apache, developing it.
This was during the testing after it was designed.
Wow.
That's how dangerous a helicopter is. Now I'll tell another story. In the North Sea, there's helicopters that fly crews that work on the North Sea rig, oil rig, to and fro from land to the North Sea, oil rig. Now they were using a Bell Ranger.
What's that?
It's a helicopter,
right.
A Bell Ranger. It's a two-bladed helicopter, quite big, also carrying about 16 men. These were going on shift. They're going to land there. There's a landing pad on the rig, drop off those guys and pick up the other guys who are going off and take them to land, to the mainland, right? As it was coming to land, something happened. Now a support on the blades, a support, say this is the blades when you're looking at them from that side. Here, it's attached, this is the main rotor head here. There's a support that comes, let us say, it comes, let us say, steel support broke. The pilot had suddenly, the helicopter went well. It was flying all over the shore, wanted to drop in the sea, but the pilot managed to control it despite that. And he just managed to land safely. And when they examined it, just that rod had broken.
Wow.
Then they had to fly another helicopter with a spare part and fit it back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same like those.
That's how dangerous a helicopter is.
You mentioned the space shuttle. Same like when they take off into
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
And while they're going up, they
Yeah.
explode.
Yeah.
They investigated and they found one tile was
Yeah. Vibrating.
Yeah, just because of the heat.
So, a helicopter is extremely dangerous. So I got to be very, very careful here. And more so with this made of cheap parts like angle iron, mild steel.
Yeah.
I got to even be more careful.
What are they made of? Helicopter.
Oh, helicopter material. You use material like material spanners are made of chrome vanadium.
Yeah.
Vanadium. You use titanium, which is light.
Yeah.
The
But
rotor head
strong.
was machined from that, the very, very strong stuff. And then you use Kevlar for the blades. Kevlar, the blades like a plastic. It's like a
Yes,
plastic.
yeah, but hard as well.
Very, very,
It's-
very
they
hard.
use it for bulletproof vests. isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a very hard thing and light. Light and extremely hard. And other plastics are used as well. Other plastics, they bond them together on the fuselage and so on. Those blades are designed and then they're put into an oven, in an octave oven, and they're cured in an octave oven. It's a hell of a procedure.
So what have you got? A helmet?
No.
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 How high do you want to lift off?
Just a couple of a foot off the ground.
Just that.
That's that one.
That's it.
That's it.
Now the draft is gonna create, because I've seen them land
Yeah.
at my work,
Yeah.
and that downforce. Though it was a military Chinook, so
Yeah.
it's got two blades,
And
and it's massive.
One
And that-
fits that way.
These trees, they're all blowing,
They're all blowing. Yeah.
and it hasn't even landed yet.
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah.
20 feet off the
Yeah,
ground,
yeah.
but the down,
Down. Yeah. Thrust. Downward thrust. Yeah. Because they are curved downwards. It
Yeah.
creates a lot of thrust.
it's
come down.
amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing. I tell you.
So when you see seated in there,
Now let me tell you something. This does not create so much draft, because the blades. I'm using the type of control system that I'm using here is not the conventional. I will be using. I got another plan here, which I designed already. A semi-rigid rotor head, where the blades will actually swap
right,
on the
yes.
like the one I had before. It was a fully articulated rotor head, the one which I had before. I destroyed it, unfortunately, and I thought I had to convert it to a two-bladed helicopter. I should not destroy that. That was a marvelous thing to see. But anyway, let me explain to you something. I'm using the healer system. Now, this healer system, the blades are set at the most optimum angle, where they're generating maximum lift and minimum drag.
Right.
So they are preset, say 5 degrees or 4 degrees, whatever the case may be. Now there's other blades which are mounted at right angles to those, but smaller blades.
At the back.
No, right on the rotor head. On the rotor head as well.
Okay.
They're on rods, short blades. Now those blades are the ones that control the main rotor blades.
Are they spinning in the same
They
direction?
spin
or
the
opposite?
same direction. You
So
control
you
those.
got 2 sets of blades spinning.
Yeah, 2 sets. Yeah, short ones and long ones. Yeah.
Is that on every helicopter, or is it just?
The helicopter is designed like that. That's the system I'm using on this one. Because
So you got 2 blades doing like this.
yeah, no, they all moving on one thing. The rotor head is designed to take both. I
Right.
designed the rotor head
So they're moving at the same time,
at the same time. Yeah.
coming around at the same time,
at the same time.
but one's slightly tilted than the other.
On this one, you're tilting only the shorter ones.
Right?
Yeah,
It's clever.
yeah. Now, why I chose a healer system for my experiment, because I'm not a qualified pilot.
Mm-hmm.
The healer system, for one, offers unparalleled dynamic stability on a helicopter. It's incredible. They are self-damping, and should the other blades, the main blades, do something funny, they are corrected by the smaller blades. Believe it or not, they correct it. Should those flap about, these smaller ones will stop at flapping.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it stabilizes
It
the whole
stabilizes the
craft.
helicopter all the time. That's why I chose that particular
So
system.
your first lift off is going to be 1 foot off.
While
Then you're switching off.
Then we're coming down. Now,
Are you going to have chains on there just in case
No.
it takes you higher?
No. We got a.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I got a chain there already.
So,
on the ground.
yeah,
Where I take off where we're testing, there's a chain. There's a.
that'll stop you if you go, say, to 5 meters.
Yeah,
It'll hold you.
You need to hold it.
Then
yeah.
you switch off.
No, don't switch off. You stop your drop at the top.
Put a mattress underneath.
No, you don't switch
So-
off. No. Let me tell you something about the helicopter. You got it all wrong.
But if you can see, it just wants to...
No.
Brr, 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 brr,
No.
And you're going to lose everything.
No. On a helicopter, one thing, the engine, there's a preset RPM which you must never go under. So, for instance, on this one, I worked it out to about 3,000 RPM. I took it up to 3,200. I'm going to have an attachment attached to the magneto there, which will give me the revs. Right. The minimum RPM that I've got to maintain at all times, whether I'm on the ground or flying, is 3,000, nothing less than that.
So you can set that, or you got to...
No, I'm going to set it, well, I'm sorry, I don't have sophisticated, but I'm going to have
a dial or something.
a dial to see that it's set. I'm maintaining 3,000 RPM at all times. Well, 3,100, 3,200 RPM. And then I can increase it. If I increase the collective pitch on those control blades, I can increase it from 3,000. But if I suddenly leave it down, it must not go less than 3,100 RPM. It must just stay there until I land. There's no accelerating and decelerating on the helicopter. You're playing with fire.
Hey.
All of them.
So you're not going to have that back blade, the one that's like...
No,
this.
I have it.
So you're going to have the top one?
Yes.
And then the back one?
Yeah, the back one is called the anti-torque. That
Right.
to keep the helicopter straight.
Okay.
Yeah. I have it. I've got a gearbox.
And what's spinning that one?
The same drive here. There's a spindle here. There's a spindle here. It takes off from here. Here it is.
Oh.
Yeah. So what happens? The main rotor
So that's
and the tail rotor. Yeah. The main rotor and the tail rotor will be spinning together at all times. At all times. The tail rotor and the main rotor do not uncouple. Should the engine stop, say you're flying, well, I'm not an experienced pilot, please forgive me, but reading, on pilot control, you put the helicopter onto auto rotation. You know, like an eagle when it soars, or
Yes.
like a crow when it soars, like we call that auto rotation. These birds, they don't know about it. they know what to do, but what they're actually doing, they put their blades into
They're doing it subconsciously.
Subconsciously,
Yes, yes.
they putting their blades into auto rotation.
Right.
And auto rotation is flying from a high altitude to a low altitude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so on. Yeah.
Wow.
Let me explain something to you. It's I wish you. I see you're interested. I would definitely invite you.
I'm actually an artist.
Yes.
I am an artist, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's what I used to do before I left Zimbabwe.
Yeah. Are you a painter or
Everything.
pencil?
I'm a
I mean,
pencil. I'm a sculptor. I'm a
that's
oil.
nice.
I'm
Oil painting.
yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm not trying to show off.
You do as well.
I was very good at art. Do you know that?
You must still be good. It never leaves you. It's like riding a bicycle.
No. When I was at Founders, there was only one guy that could beat me. Mrs. Starr used to say to her, Robert was Stanley Hoodent.
Right.
He was colorblind.
Oh,
But
wow.
he was a dramatic artist. He was careless, but he could paint. He could draw. I've always told people, you know, an artist can see something that other people can't see.
Yes.
You know, the detail, what an artist can see, it's incredible. Their perception of an object. I mean, you can take a picture with your camera, but a picture drawn by an artist is far more impressive.
Yes. Like
Where
now,
the colors blend.
like now, the light I can see coming through.
Yeah.
And your cigarette and
yes.
What my eye can see, the camera is not going to show me later.
No. And where the artist, his hand can put all that, you know, into a painting or a drawing, it's incredible. You know, you know, the cameras are getting nearer and nearer, but
yeah, it's not the same.
Not the same.
Not the same. If you look at the old paintings by Rembrandt.
Rembrandt.
Yeah, I've stood in front of a Rembrandt, you know.
Yes.
My goodness. The one I stood in front of, when was he around? 16th century, 400 years old. I can tell you.
You're lucky.
I'm telling you. I always go see them.
I like art.
You would love to see Rembrandt.
I tell you, I love art.
So why don't you go back to it again?
No, I have no time. Art needs time.
You ended up being a mechanic.
Ended up being a backyard mechanic.
But it's kept you alive. You're good at it.
Not really. It's not something that I enjoy doing.
Self-taught or you studied?
Self-taught. No, self-taught. But I use books. I must not lie to you. I got books on and very advanced books. I'm not telling you the truth. I got books on very advanced books on mechanical engineering. Let me put it that way. And this is just a byproduct of my knowledge on that. You see, I almost did a degree in 1984. What happened? I got, funny enough, it was on a helicopter. I'm only telling you this. I shouldn't tell you this, but I was in the army then. I was based in Bridge. And one day, I was on the periphery of the landing pad. And I was watching these, we used to operate with the South African pilots.
Yeah.
And this guy was called Schmidt. South African, short, stocky, fat bloke. He was a flight engineer, well, a gunner. But he was a pilot also, but he was a gunner. His job was to handle the K car. Anyway, I was just standing at the edge of the landing pad. I was watching him, you know, and we were using Elwood 2s. The French-made helicopter. You get Elwood 2, Elwood 3 from Aerospatial, the makers of that helicopter. And I'm watching him, you know. Then I walked up to him. I said, "Say, Schmidt, you know, I was interested in the engine." And I looked at this thing, and I looked at it, and look at the bucket, you know, of an engine, you know.
That's it.
And he was changing the filters, you know, because it had a big.
For the engine that carries the soldiers inside and everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I read it was a gas turbine engine. I said, gas turbine. Something stuck in my mind. Gas turbine. You know, doing physics, I'd come across that. I said, yeah, gas turbine. I said, Then he started talking to him, you know, and I walked off, you know, and I stuck in my mind. In the 70s. I said, started going to the National Field Library to look up gas turbines. I said, no, I must find out what this gas turbine is. An incredible engine. Helicopters, I worked out the weight of the helicopter and the power output of this thing. I found out that this thing was, it had a high thrust to weight ratio. I thought, no, I must find out about this engine. Then I started studying them, believe it or not. And then I started doing papers from London University and Mechanical of Engineers in London, Institute of Mechanical Engineering in London. I used to buy their papers. Those days was easy to get them. So I was going through those papers. Then I bought a book on heat engines, engineering, thermodynamics, one from the UK university book, one from America. I still got them now, and various others. I started studying hard. But then I had I was gifted in mathematics, naturally. I'm very gifted in maths. I do very, very complex mathematics. If I showed you, I can show you.
No, I'm rubbish. I got a U in O level.
Oh, I'll tell you something. I'm very good at maths. You can ask Pastor Penn. Everybody knows it. I can teach mathematics. I used to teach it. And so, because of my knowledge in mathematics, enabled me to have an easy understanding of the various, not only engineering thermodynamics I was studying gas dynamics, thermofluids, applied mechanics, applied fluid mechanics. That's a very important subject, fluid mechanics. Very, very important. Fluid mechanics, proper mechanics, but mainly concentration was on jet engines. I started engineering thermodynamics right through. I used to write all the papers from the Institute of Mechanical Engineers and London University. And I worked through them. I bought a little booklet by Boxer from London University with all the question papers inside. Worked from part one, a 4-year course. Worked through that book completely. And I felt I was ready to do the degree. Then I wrote to UNISA. I said to UNISA, do I want to do a degree? They said, no, they don't offer that thing. They referred me to Stellenbosch University. So I applied to them. I said, come. But they said, you must come for a 4 year. I said, no. I'm not prepared to come. I said, I'm just doing this as a hobby. I just want to write the exams. They said, no, the reason being this, Mr. Ellis. Yes, you've studied, you feel you are ready, you worked through. I told them what I'd done. They said, yeah, but you will be disadvantaged. You haven't done practical work on tunnel. You
needed to work on practically as well.
Practical tests, pressure testing, what they named listed a lot of things which had to be done. Cascade theory and all that in the wind tunnel and all that. I was disadvantaged now. And I thought to myself, I knew nobody, but I said, no, you can come. We'll assess you, see how you do, and we can continue on the practicals, But then it was during apartheid in South Africa, and I knew nobody in South Africa.
Right.
And also, to be quite honest, I enjoyed the job I was doing. I was a train guard, an ordinary job, you know what I mean. Didn't require much education to be a train guard.
That's where you knew Uncle MacLeod.
Yeah, but I enjoyed the job, to be quite honest. I mean, it gave me a lot of time off, and I was doing a lot of studying and what have you. And I enjoyed the job, I didn't really, I wasn't doing this even to get another job. I was just doing it as a hobby. Yeah, because of my interest in jet engines. So I thought, I weighed it down. I thought, no, I wrote back and I said, no, I'm not prepared to come down for 4 years. No.
Should have gone.
I should have gone. But I know nobody. And I didn't apply for a scholarship or anything. And also, I don't think the railway zone was prepared to give me a scholarship.
Yeah, because railways and avionics is two different things.
No, anyway. So, mind you, I continued the work on jet engines. So, I continued. Believe it or not, I continued the work studying jet engines, advanced jet engines. Jet engines, like car engines, they have a limit. You know what I mean? There's certain engines for this type of aircraft, for that type of aircraft, you know, you get an ordinary piston engine, you know, for a small aircraft, and then you get a turboprop, which is a gas turbine engine, but it's a gearbox with a takeoff shaft to spin the prop shaft and so on, but driven by the gas turbine engine. The generator or the gas, the generator or the core is a gas turbine engine. A jet engine, you get a proper jet engine, proper jet, through and through jet, which your intake, your compressor, your combustion, your turbine, and your propulsion nozzle. The gases are just, they take off enough gases just to spin the compressor to draw in the air, and then eject it through the propulsion nozzle on Newton's third law of motion.
Yes.
To every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Yeah, or action and reaction. Action and reaction are equal and opposite.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can see it either way. You know, it's the same thing. So that's the principle the jet engine works on. What happens is that a jet engine exists, the gases exist a force that way. There's an equal and opposite force on the aircraft which is pushing forward. Did you know that?
Yeah, okay.
That's how not because the gas is exhausting backwards. No.
Where's that force coming from pushing it forward?
The force from the gases.
Right.
Say it's 100-pound thrust going back. There'll be an equal and opposite force pushing.
Resisting that other way.
Yeah. Oh. I'll give you an example. A rocket works in a vacuum, you know, where there's no air. And it's ejecting. So there's an equal and opposite force which pushes it forward.
So there's the force acting against the force that's pushing it backwards.
Yes. There's forces that force, when the gases which have been issuing at the rear of the jet engine cause a force that way. But there'll be an equal and opposite force pushing the aircraft forward. Did you know that?
But then how does it move forward then?
Because of that reaction. The opposite reaction.
So one is stronger than the other?
No, they are equal.
Equal
in every respect. Yeah, that's how it works.
Ah.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
No.
I always thought...
No, not because it sucks in the air. It has to.
I thought it's because it's pushing the air backwards.
No. It has to.
So that's what moves it forward.
Yeah. Yes, but although it does that, push the air, you know, a massive amount of air is being pushed back. But there will be an equal and opposite force on that particular engine that's pushing forward. That's how it works.
And this guy figured it out.
Newton.
In
17 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir Isaac Newton.
He had some drawings as well, didn't he?
No,
he didn't finish.
Oh, that guy was a
Planes,
genius, man.
Flight.
No, that was Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes, Da Vinci,
yeah,
right.
Da Vinci was an artist, a sculptor, like you. Artist, a sculptor, and an inventor.
I'm nowhere near
He was a multifaceted genius, you know, Da Vinci. But Newton was a mathematician. He is a co-inventor of calculus, together with Leibniz, the German mathematician.
Yeah.
In the 1700s, late 1700s, 1780 something, around there.
No more great guys left. Huh?
Oh, those were remarkable geniuses,
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Leibniz was, in fact, was first, but there was a dispute between them, who was the inventor of calculus. But it was soon discovered that Da Vinci had independently invented it also before Newton.
Without knowing.
But Newton also invented it without looking into Leibniz's papers.
Yeah.
You know, independently.
They lived at the same time.
At the same time.
Right.
In fact, there's a Rob Harris law. The Rob Harris law states that if you are engaged in something, you are experimenting, innovating, or whatever, you are inventing, innovating, or doing something, somebody, somewhere, in your time, give 1 or 2 years, will be doing the same thing you are doing exactly.
How is that?
Yeah. I can give examples. Newton and Leibniz.
Right.
I can give you Meyer and Napier. They both discovered natural logarithm. I can give you Sanders and Doyle. Both discovered Boyle's law, but so did Sanders discovered at the same time. At the same time,
Yeah.
I can give you modern time. Montego discovered the 8 virus, so did Gallo in America.
Right.
Discovered at the same time. It was a dispute again.
Okay.
But the Harris law states that both people will discover it. The honors of the Harris law is this here, is that you have to, once you discover something, announce it quickly before someone does, because someone else is doing exactly what you are doing.
Now, does that apply to bad people as well? Say like
No, I'm talking
just
about
creative minds, discovering new stuff.
Or discovering.
Do you think God has a part in that? In
Possibly. You see, you may be working on a problem here. You are working on a problem, but somebody else somewhere in Australia or New Zealand is working on the same problem that you are working on.
Mm-hmm.
Take the dispute between Samsung and Apple. They accuse Samsung of copying some software,
Right.
but Samsung didn't copy any software.
yeah.
They developed it themselves. At the same time, in the same time frame, in the same time frame, Apple developed software, so did Samsung. You
So
see,
the engineers are moving along at the same time.
no,
Or is there
everybody
spies?
has the same thought on a given problem.
Okay.
If you're working on a certain problem,
I see.
say
yeah.
you are trying to do something,
Yeah.
don't think you're the only one who's trying to figure that out.
Like if we're trying to figure out the problem on the car.
Yeah.
Our minds are kind
No,
of like
well,
at
I'm
the
talking
same.
more to like discovery.
No.
You
Okay.
know, to create something.
Right.
Say you are creating a new pen,
Mm-hmm.
right? A pen, right? And someone else will be thinking of the same thing, like, why can't I improve this pen?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This pen here. Why will not somebody also improve this pen? So, like Byro, the Argentinian, the inventor of the ballpoint.
Yes.
Do you know that Byro invented the ballpoint? Do you know
Yes.
how he did it? He was deliberately, one day, he was a businessman, a very rich guy. And he had a company, Byro.
Right.
Yeah, and Argentinian. Very gifted people, the Argentinians, by the way. And he was running with this Parker pen, you know, writing, and he smudged. And he kept on writing, and he kept on smudging, and he used a blotter.
Wait, but
Then he threw down his pen.
Didn't the Parker pen have a ball in it?
No. It had a split needle.
Oh, right.
It's a split
Felt tip.
no,
What do
nibble,
they call it?
nibble.
Yes, nibble.
Nibble. Split nibble.
Yeah.
Yeah, nibble. Nibble.
Yes.
Nibble.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And he threw it down and he got frustrated. Then he thought to himself. Then he said, something hit him. Byro. Remember, all the ballpoints were called Byros at one time.
Yes.
And Byro called his engineers from all the workshops. He told them, look, I want you to get me a little ball bearing and a small tube. The smallest ball bearing you can find. They said, for my Americans, I want it small. Less than a millimeter, half a mil, even. Where will you get that? So they thought to themselves. They had to go to Switzerland, all over Europe, and they managed to put 5 little tiny ball bearings in an envelope. And the tube, it must fit into a tube. And a tube that would exactly fit tightly in the tube.
Mm-hmm.
Just go through nicely, not tightly, not loosely, just fit neatly. I want the tubes as well. His engineers were surprised. What is Byro up to? Anyway, they did it as he was a rich guy. So they went to Europe and they managed to got some tubes and a thing. So they went to his office. Mr. Byro, we got your items here. Yes, you be careful now, because use a magnifying glass. Those ball bearings are there, and the tubes are there. Americans, thank you very much. Okay, you guys can go. After they're gone, put a magnifying glass on. Byro took a pliers and he rolled the one tube. He rolled it. He dropped a little ball bearing inside it.
From the top.
From the top.
What do you mean he rolled it? He rolled the edge.
Yeah, he rolled the edge. You know,
to narrow it a bit.
To narrow it a bit, and he dropped that ball bearing so it wouldn't come out. And then he used another pliers, a sharp pliers, and he pinched it here.
To keep it in.
To keep it in. And then he took, from the Parker pen, that portion, where the, that round thing. And fortunately enough for him, that piece of the Parker pen that went into the ink was the same diameter as the thing, as
ball bearing and stuff.
Ball bearing,
yeah.
That tube, it was kind of ball bearing. So I think he took that out, and he took his the item, pushed it in, and made ga. Wow. Said it right.
That's it.
Voila, that was the invention of the ball pen.
Yeah.
And
now look at the whole world.
The whole world is using Byro's invention.
Yeah.
And remember, before we were using pens, the split needle.
You had to dip it into
into ink, and then eventually I got an ink. I got an ink and a bottle of ink, everything.
Yeah.
A fountain pen, with a split needle, needle for writing. I like to use them. You know what I mean? It was a right nicely, but he took that piece out and he put this in, and he did this. He started writing no smudging, and he called them all, come and see. I look at my pen, doesn't smudge anymore.
People must have laughed, because when you come up with new ideas.
And for many years, all pens were called Byros. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, the patent after so many years fell away. And then everybody started making them.
You still get money after your patent falls away. So if somebody else uses your idea, it's called royalties.
Royalties. They're still getting royalties. He's a billionaire, Byro.
Simple thing.
He was a very rich guy. He wasn't a poor guy. He had engineers working for him. He had a company in Argentina. But mind you, these Argentinians are quite talking about helicopters. One of the greatest contributions was made by an Argentinian, Presca. Presca. He's the guy who developed this pitching system on a helicopter. You see the system here. Look how it works. You see, it spins together with the blades. Presca invented this thing. Presca, Argentinian. It can tilt, and you can vary it. You can vary. If you push it up, it'll vary. That's how the blades move. You see, move up and down.
You made this whole thing, Mr. Harris?
Yes, I designed it.
All this?
Yes, I designed everything. I designed everything.
So in how many directions can it move?
In all. Look, there, that way.
That is forward.
That forward, this way. Forward, there.
Yeah.
Back. Sideways, that way.
Yeah.
Even in that direction, to move anyway. There. And you can move up and down as well. This is collective pitch. This is cyclic pitch. To turn left, to turn right.
Wow.
To go back, to go forward, and so on. You see, it is.
Then your blades will be on top.
There's a rotor head there. No, this is a rotor head. That's a rotor head. This is a rotor. Blades come into you. They come into it.
Right.
See, this is a rotor. When I sing it, you must come and see. You will see everything. This is it. This fits here. I put it upside down. It fits here.
Right.
Yeah.
You machined all this?
No, I designed it, but it was done by the companies.
Wow.
By various companies.
You got a project you have to finish.
Yeah, I can't finish it now, but about they. These cars are.
And does this little radio still work?
Yes, it works.
My grandmother gave me one like this.
Do you have one like this?
It's a WRS.
No, this one is a 1940. This is a push, made in England in 1941. It's got the tab inside even.
Wow. And it works.
It works. But I took the speaker out. I'll play it for you one day when you come.
Okay. Definitely.
Yeah.
Mr. Harris, that was a lovely cup of tea.
No. Maybe you want another cup.
No, no, I'm okay, thanks.
Okay.
I gotta go walk the dog now.
Yeah. But
It killed a cat the other day.
listen, I would like to come and see this rig.
I have to. Please, before I go.
Well, you don't be flying there, but hold on. When you see the place.
At least let me see it spin.
No. I'll just show you the place. One.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Here.
Wow. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen. Look at it. Look
Wow.
at the shape.
Oh man. So,
That's the front.
yeah,
This is the leading edge. That's a trailing edge.
I can see how you're gonna make air travel faster underneath than on
Yeah,
top.
on top, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that creates the lift.
Yeah, that's creates the left, yeah.
This is one of the blades.
Yeah, this is one of the blades.
This
Bottom here, there's lead blades.
lead weights.
Yeah, this is lead. I made two tools.
This is lead.
I made a tool. I had to make tools to push those, to push, I had it done. This is the tools I made to push these in. Also shaped the way. Shaped just like the channels here. These made.
So this is lead.
Yeah, it's lead here.
This got pushed into what wood is this?
This is Maranti.
Maranti.
Maranti. It's
Wow.
a very flexible wood.
I've never
It's a
heard
long
of
grain.
that.
It's a very
So-
flexible.
This gets attached to the rotor.
Yes.
Here.
It's a rotor here.
And that
That's
end,
it. No, that end is free. It spins.
It-
It spins.
does it not need to be shaped a certain way?
Shape the same. It's the same shape.
Square.
No, just like that. It's okay.
It doesn't need to be like,
No, I don't.
No.
No. Yeah, just plain. Just like that. It's
so when this is spinning, at how many repetitions per minute? Do you think?
about almost 500.
Is it not gonna?
No, you'll see. Oh, it goes straight.
Oh my goodness.
They go straight up at the edge. We've done it before.
1, 2. Am I right? About 3.5 meters. One blade.
No, they're 10 feet. These are the tail rotor blades. Also, the tail rotor blades. This is the Clark Y5, Clark Y section.
Right.
It's called a Clark Y section. Again, there's weights in it. I did all this here.
Mr. Harris.
Yeah, it took me time. There's weights here. You see, let me show you something about all this place. Don't believe me. Put your finger here. Here. Just your finger here. I'll put my finger on the other side. You'll find that they are balanced. Look. I put my finger here. We can lift it up. Lift it up. Look.
Hey.
Look. Just put your finger there.
Yeah.
There. They're balanced.
I did, yeah.
You check.
That's amazing.
You see that? Now also on this one here.
So who machined this?
This here. Railway workshops.
All
Cost
right.
me $2 million each.
Wow.
At that time in 2002.
Yeah.
Again here, put your weight, your finger there, and it's balanced.
Oh.
That's all right. It's all right. Just put exactly there. Yeah. Just there.
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 Ah, yeah.
Balanced.
My finger was not in the
You
right
see?
place. Yeah.
Yeah, you see? It's balanced.
So this one goes on top here.
No. This is for the tail rotor.
Oh, this is that at the
boom,
back.
The back here.
Wow. Woof, 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 woof.
Yeah. And also there's insets here.
Yes.
You see steel insets inside here. You see that? Yeah. Because they rotate at a very high speed. And then the shorter ones, these don't have weights. No.
So those go with those.
No. Those go the shorter. They go on rods which are hidden away there.
Okay.
You can't see them.
Right.
They go on the rotor here. These are the control blades that controls these here. Yeah, you'll see when everything is assembled. Yeah.
But this is not going to fit in your yard. Where?
does.
When these
The
cars are
back.
gone.
No, the back here.
Right.
The back.
With the other ones on the other side.
Everything.
So how long is this? This is
This is 10 feet.
In meters?
9 inches, 10 inches. 9 feet and 10 inches, almost 10 feet.
And in meters?
In meters, it's about 3 meters something.
3 meters, some 3.5 meters.
No, but 3 meters.
Aye.
3 meters.
Wow.
You can see they're long.
This beautiful project you got going here.
Yeah, but because of a lot of knowledge, I designed this section myself.
But God has given you unlimited knowledge. Eh?
No.
Fearfully and
No,
wonderfully made, Mr. Harris.
No.
Hey? You're tapping into 1% of
No,
your knowledge.
No.
It's just your resources are limited.
Resources are limited.
Can you imagine if you had engineers underneath you and you just putting on paper your ideas and these guys are
doing it?
Yeah, cause like what's his name? What was his name? Apple, the guy that made the iPhone.
Yeah.
He wasn't the guy that made it. He had guys making it for him.
Yeah, making it for him.
He was just the brains behind it. And now look at the world.
Look at the world today now, the iPhone.
Yeah. Wow, Mr. Harris. Blessed.
So these are the 3 plates that we shall be using. There's 2 of these here, 2 of those, and 2 of those.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is this here. Feel how smooth this.
Just 2 of these, eh?
Just 2, yeah.
So are you gonna varnish it? Or no finishing touch? No less friction?
I'm thinking of buying that wood, like to spray paint them.
Yeah.
You know.
But will the way you paint it not
lightly, just lightly.
Will it not change the
it
balance of the weight of this thing?
No, it won't.
Like maybe it will be thicker here and then the way you apply it, or you can spray it.
I have to really consider that. Really consider it. The smoothness here is very, very important. You have to be very smoother than that.
It is smooth, yeah.
Very, very smooth.
What did the guys in the workshop think when you were doing this?
No, when they came here, this is how they were. You see how when they came here. This was the 3rd plate. Remember, it was 3 plates before. And when they came here, they were this rough. Look how rough they were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that'll cause friction, isn't it?
Yeah, it causes.
And this one's a lot stiffer.
Yeah, this is the one that broke. It broke up. You see how I feel?
Yes. Yeah.
You see how that's how it is. Now those are the two shorter plates that fit onto these rods. Onto these rods. You see those?
Yes.
Those rods there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see.
So what tree is this taken from? You said
Meranti.
That's a tree.
I don't know what tree, but it's called Meranti.
Meranti tree.
It's a long grain.
Yeah.
Long grain. Doesn't warp. Doesn't drain. But when before you start the helicopter, before you start this rig here, they hang like this here. That is why I had to,
yes.
That is why I had to design that boom going downwards and then
so that they don't touch the ground.
For the hang. But as soon as it rotates, they come up.
So if I hold it at one end, it's gonna hang and won't snap.
Don't know.
Because of the lead.
No, the lead is flexible.
Why did you choose lead?
No, there's a reason. There's a counter flattering.
Mm-hmm.
The blades of a helicopter have to be weighed, not an aircraft, but helicopter blades have to counter flattering because the way they rotate and so on, they got to be balanced.
So your idea came about at the same time. What's his name? Barnabas.
No, Barnabas was before me. I must not lie to you.
Is that what?
But his cuttings here.
Is that what inspired you?
But he tried helicopter, but he was not anything like this.
Yeah.
Didn't have controls.
No. I don't even know if he's lifted off. He's just.
Never left it.
He's just. Yeah. He's just started, isn't it? And spun the blades.
Yeah.
Like 5 times.
No. That was dangerous.
Yeah.
These blades, my friend, when they're rotating here, you run away. You can't even see them.
You're joking.
We've run them here. At hell of a speed.
He needed a license. That's why they shut him down. Are you gonna need one?
No, no, not really. You never know what they're saying. Well, they know about it.
Oh, they do?
The police know.
Oh, good.
I had to tell the police.
Yeah.
They carefully, they know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know about it. But Well, we shall see what they'll say, but I don't know.
I mean, you're only going 1 foot off the ground.
One of the so
And then will you be happy with that? Are you going to pack it, dismantle it and put it away, or
no, after
is it going to go in our museum in Bulawayo?
No. I'm scrapping it. Yeah.
You scrap? No.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because the engine, I rebuilt my engine back to my generator.
To do what? Oh, to.
Here's my generator. It's a brand new generator. This engine belongs to it. I modified it.
Ah, yes.
You see now.
This is
the special pulley here. This pulley goes only one way.
So you're gonna turn your generator back to give you electricity again.
Yeah, again. Restore my generator.
And it's gonna spin fast enough to lift you.
Well, we shall see. I haven't tried.
Why didn't you want to do a remote control one without you in there? Why?
No.
You want to be in there?
I want to be in there.
All right.
But you have people taking cover here.
No, you got to pass it on, Mr. Harris. You can't dismantle it and then.
No. I got to dismantle it.
You're just gonna. That's it.
After we achieve a little left off.
That you're gonna be heart's content.
Yeah, and scrap everything.
You know, men weren't content with going to the moon. Now we want to go to Mars.
No.
Hey?
No. I will scrap it. I will definitely scrap it.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I don't believe you.
You'll see.
No.
Yeah. But I will not go immediately because I've got another rotor head which I want to try. I designed it already. I have plans to everything. The semi-rigid rotor head, which is more conventional with because that rotor head is designed for it.
Yeah.
It can pitch.
Yeah.
You see now I put these things here to let me show you something. It's just that we have no time. You see this rotor head? It can actually pitch. You see? We were using this rotor head. Look, it can pitch. You see? You see? It can go up and down. So normally, if I'm using the two blades, I could use this as also, but now this is not suitable. It has to be semi-rigid. I got to make one identical, same plan, but without this circular thing, without this.
Can you put it here in the light? The camera can pick it up better.
Right.
Amazing. Okay, you were saying?
Yeah, and then the other one which I will make will be different from this one. You see now those rods, they fit into here. They are capable of turning.
Right.
But these here, they'll be locked at a certain angle. I would lock them so that they don't, they're not interfered with. They'll be controlled by these other shorter blades.
Right.
Yeah. That fits. It's balanced. This item.
Wow.
That's balanced. Yeah, it's balanced. Okay.
Absolutely balanced. Yeah.
It's balanced. Yeah. You see that? Yeah.
Mr. Harris, I can see this consumes you with passion, right?
I love aircraft. Ooh.
After this is done, what's next?
No. There's a jet engine which I designed many years ago, but it's in mathematical form, which I want to make.
Right.
And then thereafter I finished.
What if God keeps you alive for another 200 years?
No.
You're going to tell him no?
Jet engine I designed in fact before the helicopter.
Okay.
It's in mathematics. Just
Okay.
a mathematical form.
Yeah.
The whole engine. It's not that I've got a drawing of it, yes.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is in mathematical form.
Wow.
All the calculations there.
Okay.
So I want to revamp it and make that engine, and then see what I can do with it.
I am blown away.
A small little engine about that size. Small, tiny engine.
Yeah. I'm blown away.
Yeah, you were saying the engine, let me just show you the calculation of the engine. Just have a seat, I'll show you.
Right.
But then take it back. So these blades are the main, these are the blades that are the main.
Hey, just now you sit on them. Do you find that people laugh? Ah.
The whole engine is here. But you won't understand. It's in mathematical form.
That's for the jet?
Yeah, for the jet engine.
Oh my goodness.
It is in mathematical form. You will never really understand it. You see, I used to subscribe to Flight International.
Yeah.
the design procedure and so on and so on. So it's the analysis, area, radius, what, how to calculate it and all that jazz. Here's it here. It's all a lot of maths involved in it.
So when you start off on an idea, you start off with maths?
Yeah, you got to apply.
Do you draw it first?
No. Draw it, yes. I got the drawings of these things here. Like this here. I'm going to calculate, the various stations, that's a guide. This is the rotor plate.
Mm-hmm.
This is the guide vane, and so on. The plate width, and all that. Then various aspects of it, Then to find out how much thrust to
I think, can you imagine if you were in the States or Germany, or especially States, I think.
I'll show you something. I shouldn't show you what this. You see, this engine only developed about 500 horsepower.
What are those kilowatts?
Yeah.
So when you calculated it,
373 kilowatts.
Mm-hmm.
373 kilowatts. It's not. It looks difficult, but it's.
It looks hard to me.
Yeah.
I'd be more on the manufacturing side of it, I think. But the maths, geez.
Yeah,
or I could help with the design.
There's a lot of, the diffuser stage here. Then This is design the impeller. It's a rotary impeller, one like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got these, cut out these ideas here. That ideas there. Quite a lot of stuff here,
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you mathematically good at Founders?
Yes, I was.
You killed it.
In Founders, only one. I don't know. You asked my former colleagues, but they're doctors now.
Yeah.
Manufacturer.
Yes. Yes.
Scientists.
Right.
And others, they couldn't beat me in maths. No. Just good.
Mr. Harris, it's been lovely.
Thank you.
My sister must be worried where I am.
No, that's okay.
I was only supposed to come and change plugs.
Plugs, yeah, but we sat and discussed.
Why not?
Yeah.
It was a worth it cup of tea.
Yeah. But our phone's good. I think you'll probably come in the morning.
The only thing I disagree with you with.
Yeah. What is that?
Is you're gonna pack it up afterwards. That's the only thing that breaks my heart. I want you to continue or pass it on. How are the avocados?
Oh, nice.
Can I bring you more?
Yes.
Yes, because yeah, I'll bring you more.
Mm-hmm.
I need to take some off the tree again.
Okay.
I was because if you take them all off one time, then they end up going off because you can't eat them all one time. I'll bring them for you. Yeah.
The next thing she's calling me, the next time she's teaching me. I'm trying to learn to listen to you, but what I guess is that so I'm still love for you, and I never was really sad. I'm